I assume you also have a nice ecosystem of EPC partners who use this tool alongside you guys as the project owners that will own and build that asset at the very least, and maybe own and operate it as well. And then you mentioned your ability to underwrite the production guarantee on those. And you got to have full trust into the EPC teams that are doing the job on the ground. So there's some really complex relationships there. Can you talk a little bit about how that satisfies the customers' I guess anxiety and and all that.
Well, there's certainly commissioning and diligence that goes into making sure the installation is done properly. And
Yeah.
then by all means, we
And
are
you guys have a team that does that from Energy Toolbase's side to do the guarantee. Like you're not
correct.
going to guarantee a project without doing that, I assume, correct?
Correct. Yes, we're working hand in hand with the installer to make sure that the installation is done properly.
Yeah.
And then, there's been a lot of, we are hardware agnostic when it comes to, Acumen EMS, but, we found that, as we establish these partnerships, we're with we're in bed with them for the life of the system, right? So it's, we're very, we do a lot of diligence on our end, when it comes to field testing and making sure that there's going to be a proper amount of communication and there won't be any issues there.
So what are some of the key considerations that go into optimizing the economics of a commercial solar plus storage project? Should we just go through those elements now? Maybe also as we do that or afterwards, you can dive into a case study and show us a working sample.
Happy to do so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as you can imagine, there are a number of considerations that go into right sizing a solar system. But, typically, once you get into it and you start peeling back the layers of the onion on a project, you usually find that there's, one or two things that you can target or that that helps establish a threshold for the project size. So it's, whether it's a space constraint, where you've got, X amount of footprint to work with, and you can only fit so much capacity in that footprint. Or say a billing constraint where it's, let's say you were able to offset 100% of your energy, that sets your max system size. But, it can also be a function of the, local net metering cap or a utility and connection cap. Or also being influenced by local incentives and demand grid service programs and things like that.
Yeah.
So these are all things that our team takes into account when we're walking through these engagements.